Oh, here we are, Friday Night Live, folks, yet again. Uh, Thanks so much for joining us, everyone out there in whatever your social media platform of choice you are joining us on. My name is Phil, Director of Operations for the Philadelphia Area Gaming Expo, and we have a very interesting show for you this evening, the first show of March. We are hopefully extracting ourselves from the winter blues into spring like, I don't know, what do I want to say, like fairy tales or what have you, as we gear up for St. Patrick's Day, right? Is anyone Irish here? No.
I'm half
Distantly,
Irish.
yes, a little bit.
Yes. Anthony, you're Irish, are you? I
By
How do you
way
spell?
of yeah, by way of the boot. Mostly
Oh,
from the through the boot.
all right. Well. Hopefully, those folks out there, a lot of luck your way, a lot of good vibes your way. Joining us, as always, is Ron, the organizer of Page. Jen Cash, the blind bard, has joined us as well. But I'm looking here, and it looks like there's a fourth person that's joined us this evening. I'm trying to look close at my screen here. I think that Anthony Simeone.
It is. It
Oh,
is.
oh my.
Yes, it is.
Oh
Hit
well.
by yes, all by myself. Yes. Listen, don't ask where Chet went. Okay. Chet is somewhere. I put him somewhere so I could be here tonight.
Mm.
I'll send the ransom note to Ron. But I eliminated Chet so I could be here.
Swimming with the fishes? Is that what you're trying to say?
That's right. That's right. Swimming with the fishes. But yeah,
Uh,
thanks for having me. I appreciate being here. And gosh, you really like me. I can't believe I'm actually here. Love it.
that's right. That's right. Yeah. We need you to we need you here to help us understand a little bit more what went down at page 3 regarding Down the Dark Stairway, which was I'm going to say signature event, or one of our signature events at the con, that we gave it a go first year here, and you were in charge of all that stuff. Um, we know we're gonna before maybe we talk a little bit more about that. We do have two other guests that are going to be joining us in a few short moments here. Do we want to talk about the Down the Dark Stairway now, or do we want to wait a little bit later? Do we think?
It's up to you
Uh,
guys.
why don't we bring the guests on and then we'll get into Down the Dark Stairway
Sure.
since we have Anthony with us. And, we've got some great guests tonight.
We do.
Absolutely.
The first one we're going to bring on is one of the most accomplished folks in the RPG industry in the last 10 years. And she has quite the resume. And you may or may not know her, but
Probably know her work.
You probably know her work. Hello, Rachel.
Hey, that's a heck of an intro you gave me. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Welcome to the program.
Yeah, glad to be here.
There is your website, Rachel,
Hey,
right there.
yeah.
What I appreciated when we were bringing you on as a special guest, and I wanted to familiarize myself with your work. I of course went to your website and took a look at your CV there, and all of the great projects that you had been a part of over the last few years. And I thought, as I was scrolling, I'm like, I know that project. I know that project. I know that. Or I have this. I'm like, wow, she's just been a part of a lot of different things. So, you know,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've had the
absolutely.
pleasure to work on a lot of really fun projects over the last few years. It's been a lot of, a little bit here, a little bit there, with a couple pretty big projects along the way, including Space 1889. So that's kind of the big one. And then I do have some writing credits on some fun things like the upcoming Cyberpunk Red Neighborhoods book that's coming up this summer. And a couple other odds and ends.
So, if you could pick one project that you've worked on that's had the biggest impact on you, what would that be?
Absolutely, Space 1889. That was very much. I was brought in as a little newbie creator. I was invited to be the co-author of the new edition by my co-writer Daryl, and that very much has kind of been, first of all, the biggest project that I've worked on because we took the old classic RPG and put out a new edition of it. And second has just been such a great vehicle to meet new people in the industry and players. That's really kind of been, I guess, kind of the defining thing. If I had to just pick one, so
Yeah, I remember Space 1889. I mean, that was out. The original edition was out way before there was even steampunk. I mean, steampunk wasn't even a thing.
right.
You know, I was like a teenager, you know, which was obviously a really long time ago. And I was like, we didn't really play too much of Space 1889, but back in the day, but like it was all over the place. I mean, you know, we dabbled in it a little bit. I think one of us had some of the books. So, but yeah, I mean, I saw it on there. I'm like, oh gosh, they came out with a new edition of it. I might check it out this time around. But yeah, that's really awesome. And again, it was like now, I mean, steampunk's obviously been a thing forever, but you know, back in like the early 90s, I guess, when the first edition was out. But now I feel like it's more ripe now than ever to have a new edition of it. So yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah. So we were very lucky. The Empyrean system rules are kind of bespoke rules that are meant to feel familiar to people who have played the game, you know, played the older games. And then we also put out a 5e rule set, which is what I brought to Page this year in the winter, a couple months ago. So.
Cool.
Now, what are we going to see out of you as a GM at Concoction? Because you are a special guest there.
I am. So I'm doing a repeat of my much beloved, silly, gross D&D intro adventure, which is the Tomato of Doom, which is fun for anybody who's new and just wants to give the game a try, and also is enough silly shenanigans and creative problem solving that it's engaging for anybody else who knows the game. But that's kind of the short, like 1 to 2 hour game where players jump in and they have to save the festive feast by going to Avernus to gather the ingredients. And it's all terrible. It's great. Everybody has a blast with it. And then I'm still figuring out the rest of what I'm going to do. I will be doing something for Space 1889. I haven't decided yet whether I'm going to do try and do like an actual play or do a demo game again. And then the other thing that you may see more out of me on is that I've been getting up to speed to GM The Expanse, the RPG from Green Ronin. So.
Oh, very
awesome.
Nice.
Yep.
Now, I've got a question for you. I heard Cyberpunk Red.
Yes.
You know, it's a mission of Phil and I to get Mike Pondsmith as a guest at Page.
I don't think I can make that happen, but if I get the chance to pass that along.
Rachel, it's been great talking to you.
Can we get Cody?
It's been really great talking to you.
Oh, she's gone. Oh, imagine.
I see how it is.
Could we get Cody Pondsmith? Could we get Cody?
I mean, I can definitely pass on to the team that you guys would be interested.
All right.
So yeah, I can do that.
Just make it happen.
I don't have make it happen power, but I do have I can tell them power.
All right. Well, that's what we want, and we want to see that happen. That's you know, there are a lot of fans of the Pondsmiths at Page. Yeah. So
absolutely.
So let's see what's going on in the chat. Mike Pastor says, I just picked up the second volume of the Expanse fiction books.
Nice.
Yeah, great series. Books, the show was amazing. The books are amazing. I'm a huge fan. So, hey.
Yeah. I actually have been getting up to speed on the Expanse because we had people interested in playing it. So I'm loving getting suggestions. I have a game running already. I'm loving getting suggestions from people who are fans as far as what else I should explore now that I've finished the TV series. So.
All right. So let's see what else we have going on in chat real quick. Ed Lopez is liking the theme music from our new
Intro.
our new online marketing person, Lex Ford. She's starting to get her feet a little wet with putting some things together for us, and you'll be seeing more and more stuff that will obviously not be Ron's graphic work, because it's not square boxes. But yes, what we're going to do here, because we have such a jam-packed program, we're going to bring on our next guest. Rachel, you're going to stay on, and there's going to be plenty more coming up where we're going to be talking about what this year is going to look like for you.
Okay.
And what you're hoping it looks like, and we're going to swing back to that.
Perfect.
But Bunny and Zane are tearing up the back.
Yeah, I hear we've got some other cool people to talk to.
Oh, they were there for a minute.
Oh. Hi.
And they put themselves on mute.
Hi.
Look at that.
There
you go.
There you go.
Oh my God.
What's up?
What's up? Hi, everyone.
So hello. Dungeon Damsel Publishing. There's a rumor that you have a new product coming out. You want to tell us about that?
Yeah, you want to tell them about it?
Super dark. Super dark.
Wait, that's the rumor?
Oh, that was the rumor. Okay, so you're talking about the not rumor.
Why'd you just jumped onto the
Because you said
secret?
it was secret. This is not a secret. Joskara is not a secret. Thank you for showing the page. This launches on Tuesday at 7 a.m. Central Time, and it's a massive, as you can see in the picture, campaign world for Shadowdark.
Nice.
Humongous.
Awesome.
Been working on it for 4 years. We've been running 3 simultaneous parties through it. They're all interacting in the same world. So they're influencing it for each other. And that has helped me develop a lot of the aspects of it, including a really cool thing, which is on the screen right now, the ever evolving system, which is an event system meant so that you can keep the world alive. So that as players are going through major events and major things are happening, and those major things are going to influence the players are going to influence those things. And so, I've always liked a game like that where we can really see they can't see us, feel that world, right? Like feel the world and know that it's alive and know that they can interact with it and know that the world will change as you interact with it. Not just dungeon crawling. Dungeon crawling is important, but we can do so much more and have so much fun with this epic tale.
Awesome.
Yeah,
because one
sorry, go ahead.
One of the questions that you always see online, like I see people asking, like, can you run a long-term campaign with Shadowdark?
Yes.
And obviously you guys are helping to, make that come true with this project.
That's
a
major factor in all of this. Thank you. That's a major factor in what we're doing. It was a little bit to prove that it can be done. And I think that's the only, Shadowdark is so loved and it's so amazing, but yet that one little critique comes up. Oh, you can only use it for dungeon crawling. It's just a dungeon crawler, which is complete crap. And this proves it.
Well, let me interject there. And I think everybody knows how fond I am of Kelsey and Shadowdark and everything else, but there has been some criticism of the system that says is, characters elevate in level and things like that, it's a little too contingent on the dice. It's a little too random, how the characters advance. What would be your answer to that criticism?
Well, anytime you have random tables, you have an opportunity for creativity. That's how I answer that question. Because, as a DM, you're rolling crazy results and you go, how in the heck would that ever happen? And guess what you got to do? You've got to think of it on the fly. This is the reason that this happened. And then it becomes lore, it becomes the story, and that creates great stories. So if you want to say, oh, everything has to be pre-scripted the way that you pre-thought it, well, then maybe you didn't consider some really interesting things that the dice will create.
I guess I'm talking about the character elevation.
Me too.
Yeah, character advancement, like new talent, rolling for new talents is random every odd level. Yeah, so that's I think what Ron's. So is that what you mean? Like,
oh, it's totally what I mean. Yeah, because now what if you got a character role and it wasn't in your plan? Oh, okay. Well, now you've got to react to that. Now you have to say, oh, this is the reason that my character got good at this other thing, right? I hadn't thought of that before. And it can drive and generate player agency through creativity and through randomness.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, like, who likes min-maxing, right? Like, I've always hated min-maxing, and like, when third edition D&D came out, and like people were building their characters, like this is like it harkens back to like, yeah, your character is like, something random happens to you get good in a skill that you didn't expect, like you were saying. So it's like the opposite of min-maxing, and it is an opportunity to embrace the chaos a little bit. So
absolutely.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Embrace creativity.
Exactly. And this isn't you. That's the thing. Everybody says, my character, this is me. No, it's not you. You're playing the role of a character, and that character is going to change. And maybe it's not the way that you think that they will. Just like going out into the world and getting a job and going, oh, I just got promoted. Well, I didn't choose that. Well, guess what? It's kind of a great thing. And you can roll with it and adapt to it and say, I'm not a good leader. Well, I'm going to become one now. I mean, there's no difference there.
Yeah. Well, when you think about it, when you play a character for a while and you look back to when you first started, it's totally different because your character grows and evolves with you.
Yep,
absolutely.
That's true, yeah.
Awesome.
I don't know if I sufficiently answered your question, but
Ron,
you could tell that I had some passion about that.
I'm not 100% satisfied with that answer. I mean, and I'll tell you, no, it's nothing to do with that, but it's literally down to the dice. There's no. The only thing the player gets to choose is the class and ultimately the chart that gets rolled on when you go up. And there are some people who have complaints about that, and I get it, and hopefully that gets
if that's a major issue and you had a group that had a problem with that, then as a DM you could just go, okay, choose it. Right? Yeah. Like what does that really matter? Because if it's random anyway, I mean, just imagine you rolled a 12 on 2d6. That's always the category that says you choose.
Yeah. Or you could do something like, okay, well you can choose, but you can't pick the same one twice in a row or something. Like you have to like change it up. Like, just give them some stipulations to make it like, so they're not like, I increase my ability scores every other level, so they have to pick something else,
Yeah, that's true. I understand that. But, there's a safety precaution or a safety net essentially for that, because once you get to 18, you can't get any more bonuses.
Right. Exactly. It maxes out.
So there's a limit to, how far you can even max that if you wanted to.
I thought you said level 18. I'm like, wait a minute, there's only level 10.
Rachel, what's your thoughts on this as a DM for hire?
So I'm unfortunately not super familiar with the system. I'm very much in favor of, like, I definitely have had groups where they really, really want to choose all of their choices. And I also have had groups where a lot of fun shenanigans have happened because they didn't get to choose everything. So I think I come pretty well down the middle on this one.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey,
Hold on. Let me update your title. I'm going to update your title to fence. Your new title is Fence Sitter.
Yep, I'll take it. I accept
Yeah.
it.
I mean, listen, luckily we live in the golden age of role playing. So if you don't like the system, play something else. But I mean, I guess that's also what people can fall back on. But it has a different, pick the system of the flavor that you want and the experience you want. I guess
Exactly.
I love
also the
Shadowdark.
thing.
Yeah.
So if that's fence sitting, then hey, I'm sitting on a fence too.
Now we did share in chat. Those of you that missed it, we did share the launch page on BackerKit for the campaign. So anybody that's interested in signing up to get notified upon launch, just click on that link and you can follow the campaign over on BackerKit. And,
Yeah, an easier link than that is just druskara.com.
Or Druskara.
You don't have to type all that crazy crap in there. Just
DRUSKARA.
Yeah.
I was like, crap, how do you spell that? I write it all day.
So is this like, so this is your campaign world? I mean, are you running, so this is what you're running on your live stream and everything, like your live play?
Yes,
and everything?
yeah, that is a long running campaign.
Yeah.
That was the
couple
original.
of years, right?
It's 4 years in running and it's 2 years in streaming.
In Shadowdark, actually. So it's only 2 years in the Shadowdark realm.
Right, because before that we were in a
basic
different
fantasy.
system, yeah.
Mm.
Because Shadowdark didn't exist.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
hey, what's up,
so that this
Pete?
Cool. So this is like your long-term homebrew world. Cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
Now, Rachel,
Yeah.
let's talk a little bit about, you have some goals for this year that you're trying to. Could you lay those out for us?
Sure. Yeah. So if you saw me at Page, one of the things that I was highlighting at Page is that I'm taking 2026 as a freelance year to really kind of just focus on, all of this cool stuff that I have had the chance to work on, and see if I can make that work. So that includes writing and editing. It includes some project management and consulting here and there. And of course, it includes a big chunk of running games, mostly online. So at present, I'm working on stepping up some of my game offerings. Like I said, I'm hoping to do more of the Expanse going forward. And so, yeah, I am pretty much always keeping an open list for people who are interested in playing. And there is a link on my Facebook page that will let you sign up if you want to be notified when I have openings.
Drop that in the private chat for us and we'll put it in the public chat.
I'm not quite sure I know how to get to the private chat. I can read the public chat. Let me see. I'll get it to you. It's
Okay,
coming.
get
We'll
it to me. Yep.
There we go.
All right. So there was a question that just came across. Can you make us squares? I had Zane move over.
Oh, I said you can make us squares if you want, because you did us briefly as
And then
squares.
I was cut off.
But he was cut off, so I had to move over.
It's okay. I think we're good. I can't help that you two are square. You didn't know the host was so mean on the show, did you?
To answer Michael, the answer to your question is they're going to be even better.
Yeah.
Maybe even way better.
Yeah, they're going to be way better. Trust me.
Yeah. So, I mean, we already have one of the books. You can see the gilded pages. I was just trying to line it up so you could see it in the light. It's marginalia, the medieval marginalia style.
It looks gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's got a metal.
Wow.
The metal corners.
So that brings up the next question. What's the price?
You have to wait
You'll find out
until
on
Tuesday at 7 a.m.
BackerKit.
Yep.
It's hefty. Worth it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a 4-book series, so there's plenty of content and material. And then this is the standard edition, this artwork by Lucas Court.
Nice.
It wraps.
Yeah, image wraps around the cover.
Cool.
So yeah.
Who are some of the artists that you used on this?
Oh, all kinds. So we used Matt Morrow. We used Mark Lyons. We used, Mark Riddick is amazing, and he did this. So this is our DM screen.
Uh-huh. Oh, okay.
Wow.
Cool.
Yeah, it's
Nice.
definitely a wow.
It's yes.
Ooh.
It's also he originally just did it to do a wrap around the books, but then we had him extend it.
Slipcase. You're trying to think of the word slipcase.
He did it for the wrap around the slipcase of the standard edition, but then we had him extend it so that we could make a DM screen. Because originally we weren't going to do a DM screen, but we're like, that's a cool DM screen if we would make one.
It looks so good.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
You're getting complaints from the Canucklevanians about the pricing.
right.
Well, we're still trying to figure out the pricing.
Well, no, I think
honestly.
we've got it pretty worked out. It's just it's just what we would say is it's competitive.
I think
Right.
we just found our viral clip from the program.
We
We're
don't know what it
we're still working out the pricing.
No,
Yeah.
but we are, because you can never know what the actual prices are until the day you're like going to start shipping, because you can always get the estimates, but then
Oh, you're talking about shipping.
oh, isn't that what we're talking about?
He was talking about all of it in general.
Oh no, we know the prices of those. Sorry,
Right.
I'm dumb. I thought we were talking about shipping because he said
But you're making
Canada.
all the fans and us wait until Tuesday to know the
Yeah.
price.
yeah, we are. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't want to show you.
No,
Secret.
you
All
will
right.
find out.
All right, getting back to Rachel in that case.
Doesn't work out on secrets.
Hey, at least they didn't kick you out of the chat.
Yeah, not yet.
Not yet.
It's getting there. It's getting close. So up on the screen you see a link there, and that's to get signed up to see if you qualify to play in Rachel's game. Is that what that is?
Pretty much. So that's a Google form. It will ask you to give me your name and your email address and tell me what kind of a thing you are interested in playing. Usually people come to me as like individuals looking for an open spot in a group, but I do also gladly take groups who are just looking for a GM. So once you tell me what you want to play and how often you want to play, I will get in touch with you when we have an opening that lines up.
And what's the pricing look like? Like, for
So
example,
I always tell people that depends on what I'm running.
It's a good answer.
Yeah, because it very much can be very different from group to group depending on what they want. I will work with you to give you the game.
My kingdom for a guest that will talk to us about pricing. I will give it all up.
We all know everything lives forever on the internet, so especially as someone who is doing this long term, send me a message if you want to know what my prices are like. You guys can find me on Facebook.
Are you telling me to slide into your DMs right now? Is that what you're saying?
I am. Yes, I am.
It's a little forward. It's a little forward.
So Rachel, are you running on Start Playing, or how are you running this on?
So I actually was very lucky. I was running in an actual physical game shop before the pandemic, and then a bunch of those players moved online with me and kind of ended up being like a seed group for me to get things rolling. So up to this point, I've mostly been running independently. I do also run games through Cast Party D&D. And I got to be a guest on two of their actual plays over the last couple of years. Nice. So I do have some groups that are through them as well.
Okay. So I wanted to ask, what is the experience like as someone who's never? I mean, I've been a forever DM for decades now, but I've never done the professional GM thing where I've been paid to run a game. I mean, what's it like? If you could tell us what it's like, what your thoughts on that experience is.
Are you looking for what the experience is as a GM or what the experience is as a player coming to one?
I would say from a GM's perspective, what's it like to be a professional GM and your perception of it?
Yeah. So the biggest thing I tell people, because I do often have people ask, what's it like? How do I get into it? You have to acknowledge that it is not a game for friends. You are doing show business. You are there to provide a good experience for your players. It's not about whether you personally are, having a blast doing this game. That doesn't mean that it's not still a lot of fun. I absolutely love the groups that I have. The regular weekly groups that I have managed to curate are fantastic, and I love my players. They're great. But at the same time, if it were a casual game with friends, it would be something where you could be like, I'm not feeling it tonight, and it wouldn't be a big deal. You can't do that when you have paying players expecting to have a game to play.
Yeah, I mean, does it ever feel like it becomes like a job? Like, does it ever suck the fun out of it? Because that's what I've heard people wonder. When I'm kind of chatting with people online and in real life, like it's like, oh, does it make it a job, and is it not fun anymore? So like you're doing it for money, I mean, what's your thoughts on that?
Yes, it makes it a job. You still have to do all of the marketing and the back end to make sure you get paid and all of that. So yes, it does make it a job. But like I said, I have been very lucky that I have been able to choose to retain groups that I really enjoy running games for. So
it doesn't get into the negative connotation of a job. Like it doesn't go in that area for you. Okay.
And despite the fact that I said, obviously it's not a casual game for friends. You can't just be like, I'm not feeling it. I am very confident that all of my groups would rather that, like, if I were not feeling well, I do good self-care than, do a game when I'm just feeling under the weather. They genuinely are great people who genuinely care about me as a human outside of, getting their weekly gaming fix. So I've been very, very lucky.
I play in a game that Anthony GMs, and it's been a lot of fun, but if he was sick and trying to not come to the game, we would heap so much abuse on him.
Oh God. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh God. Yeah.
Let me
I can only imagine.
Let me jump over to Phil and Jen. What questions do you guys have for Zane and Bunny about the the upcoming project?
Well, Zane, I see you have an Unnatural Selection shirt on there. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
yes.
And Anthony's got his Shadowdark.
Oh man.
So it's interesting because that's how I got to know about you guys through that project, because that really was one of the first third-party Shadowdark products that came out that people got really excited about. And that Kickstarter did fantastically well.
Thank you.
Established third-party creators for Shadowdark, and to see what was possible outside of Kelsey's core products. And so
thank you.
I think you guys, to a large degree, had a big hand in kicking off the third-party Shadowdark licensing, dare I say, rat race, because there's so much product coming out right now. Like,
right.
So, it's like a fire hose. But I know a lot of people point to that as sort of like one of the catalysts of taking it to the next level once the core system came out. So
that's cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you for that. Yeah. I hadn't even thought of it that way.
I never thought of it that way.
But
actually,
I appreciate it. I'm part of maybe the major reason for it is because we came up with it so fast. And as I think back to it now, I just go, oh my gosh, how in the heck did we get it out there that quickly? Because as we're putting this together, it's taking years to put this together. Yeah. Like, how in the heck did we do that in just a couple of months, really? Because we were out the same year.
Because we were trying to get our friend to play the Necromancer, and so we just kind of shoved it.
Yeah, I was converting the Dreskara group over to Shadowdark, and one of the characters was playing a Necromancer, and there was no, of course, Necromancer class in Shadowdark. So I made one up, which became the Grave Warden in Unnatural Selection. She liked it, said, "Oh my gosh, this is great. We should make a book." And I went, "Yeah, sure." That was fun. Like I could see doing that. And so we rapidly put it together and got it released on BackerKit, within, like I said, just 6 months or something like that, something crazy.
Yeah.
So I just looked at it as, we were lucky, we got good timing. But that's cool that you looked at it at least in that way, that we kind of kicked off the third party. But I suppose they saw the potential. They saw that it was possible to do something like that. I know.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I was like, I saw that Unnatural Selection came out, and I'm like, I thought you guys knew Kelsey. Like, I thought you guys were like, oh yeah, they must be good friends with Kelsey, and like are hanging out all the time. And you guys,
yeah, for sure. Definitely not that though.
Yeah, we got to talk to her.
We got to talk to her a lot. Met her.
Okay.
And,
but we didn't know her before that.
We got her blessing and everything, because we got to see her in person.
Gen Con.
At Gen Con for the first time. That's when we met her in person. She's so amazing and down to earth.
I was checking to see if you guys worked for like Arcane Library. I'm like, are you guys on a team? Like, because you guys like put that thing out.
That was when this is a bad part of our campaign, but when we launched, people thought we actually were her, so they were getting mad at her because we were like too soon, too similar, maybe too soon.
You haven't even released the first book, and you've already got another one, right? Like,
yeah.
So we're making sure that we're
we're
saying we're not Arcane Library. I think there's actually something in the legalese now that you have to state a certain thing now.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Right. Jen,
no idea.
Question?
Yeah. So what's it like running things on BackerKit?
Better than Kickstarter, I think. I haven't used Kickstarter, but the interface, I think the interface for Kickstarter has definitely improved since BackerKit has started like doing a lot more projects and stuff. For me, I think because Kickstarter is like a front man, and a lot of people from Kickstarter went to BackerKit to use BackerKit as like the back end for the surveys. It made sense for us because we met them at Gen Con for us to go with BackerKit, because you essentially cut out the middleman and you go straight to the middleman being the front man. And so if that makes any sense, you don't have to do as many percentages to more than, one group of backing
providers.
That.
Well, and not only that they actually assign you
a
hold
person. Hands.
They assign you a person and you work with them throughout the process, unlike Kickstarter where you're just on your own.
Well, that's helpful.
So that's pretty amazing. And then their marketing and advertising is amazing with BackerKit. So you're going to do that too. So if you're doing all that stuff, you might as well just go with them. So now the question would be, okay, well, I've built up a big audience on Kickstarter.
Stay there.
Then you're going to stay there. But if you're just getting started off, then, oh my gosh, if you get a big audience on BackerKit, then you're going to be doing well, and that's been our experience. And some pretty big names use BackerKit, so we're not the only ones that would say it's good things about
they
it.
made like millions on BackerKit.
MCDM uses BackerKit now exclusively.
And then I was going to say Monty Cook. I forget who else, but a lot of people use. A lot of people have made.
And the cross collaboration
thing
functionality is amazing. So I don't know if you've seen that before, and we're doing one with the guys who made Titanbound. So when you go on there, you can back a cross collab project that you pre-set up. It's right there at the top of the page and says, hey, if you want to back this other project, then they'll both give you bonus stuff. And so we've got a luck token, a special luck token for the Titanbound people, and they're writing a zine to integrate Droskara or a Titan into Droskara. So it's really a cool method to cross promote and get the word out and cultivate audiences.
I love it.
Hey, Jen. You did ask your questions there. You did ask your question, correct? Yep.
I did. Yep.
Now we're talking about Shadowdark and about Kelsey how supportive is Kelsey is when she sees a project that she thinks works. And fortunately for us at the Philadelphia Area Gaming Expo, she's been extremely supportive and excited about the convention program that we put together of Down the Dark Stairway. And it's something that we're in continued discussions with her about. But she ran Down the Dark Stairway, legs of that at Page, and of course Anthony is our lead on that event. I don't think he knew what he was getting into when I said, "Hey, you want to be the lead guy on that? I have this idea." But we have a second round of that coming up at a little convention we're running called Concoction in May, and we're actually going to feather in Professor Dungeon Master's new game that he's coming out with, which will be kickstarting the week of.
Deathbringer
Concoction, Deathbringer, and since it's Shadowdark based, we're just going to feather that right in. And some tables are going to be, some groups are going to be Deathbringer, some groups are going to be Shadowdark, and basically it's one of those games that you can show up and you can play for an hour, you can play for 3 hours, you can play 4 times for 2 hours each, or you can play all weekend. And Kelsey really liked the concept, and it's something that we're continuing to flesh out from show to show. And Anthony, a lot of credits owed to you for kind of grabbing that beast by the neck and wrangling it.
Yeah, it was. Have to say, it was a little bit of controlled chaos there, but that was great. We got really great feedback. People loved being able to hey, I got you're at a con, you got a few hours to kill. You come over and you pop in, be there for an hour. Drop in. If there was times when we're like, okay, well, we're a little full right now, because it got so popular as the weekend went on. By Saturday, we were packed all the time, but it was just, people really loved being able to come in and out. Hey, whenever they had some spare time, get in and roll some dice, play some Shadowdark, and it was really fun for all of us running it. It was exhausting, but it was just because it was nonstop people coming in and out. We even had, a few GMs that couldn't show up, schedules got mixed up, and a couple players that knew and played Shadowdark were like, I'll jump in for a couple hours and run some games for you. It was amazing. The community really came together over Shadowdark and made it an amazing event. So it definitely wasn't all me by any stretch of the imagination. There were so many great GMs, the players were amazing. And yeah, I can't wait for it to grow and keep going, keep rolling into the future.
Oh, let's see. We've got a lot of people in chat tonight. Holy crow.
It's our great guests bringing their fans.
Yeah,
I tried.
right.
I told people
Bring
to
in the
come
fans.
show up and say hi. So
Awesome.
So Rachel, what I'm hearing here is that you need to add running Shadowdark paid GM games to your repertoire there.
It's fun.
it's not a no. I run a whole lot of D&D because that seems to be the most common ground for people. So when I'm dealing with when I'm getting players who are looking for a group, it's easiest to put together a group for D&D versus anything else. But thanks to that handy form that I gave you guys the link to, if you are interested in playing something else, if I get a group of people who are all looking to play Shadowdark, I will run Shadowdark.
Yeah,
I guess
it's such
we
an
should
easy
spam you.
system. Yeah, there you go. such an easy system to get into, and it's like
Yeah.
a lot lighter than 5e, but just as accessible in a lot of ways, or even more so. So, yeah. It's.
I mean, I've played
really,
it. I've had a great time playing it.
Yeah.
But yes, it is not something I am currently running, but it's not a no.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
cool.
fun.
There's a question from Nicolette Greco. She wants to know what your favorite D&D one-shot. What's your favorite D&D one-shot to run?
Okay. So my one that I ran at Page that I'm running at Concoction, the Tomato of Doom, is pretty high up there. But I also greatly enjoy, I think it's like the 4th chapter of Spelljammer Academy, where the new recruits get sent on the secret mission that can't get approved to go to the Beholder planet and steal this meteorite from the Beholders. So I've had a couple really, really fun sessions of that chapter.
There's a question for you, Rachel. How do you handle disruptive players when they are paying?
That rarely happens because
especially when the players don't know each other.
Yeah. So there are times when it's necessary to just kind of do all right, we're going to, have a side conversation, or we'll talk at the end of game with somebody. But at the point where people are committed enough that, they really want this enough that they're going to show up every session and pay to be there. Most people really want to make sure that everybody else they're playing with is having a good time. So it's mostly it's often a case of they've missed something, they've misunderstood some social cues or something, but it's a whole lot of means well, and so usually it's simple enough to just kind of do hey, can we kind of redirect this, and yeah, most of my players are amazing. So
Neil from up in New England says, I noticed that at convention Shadowdark is super popular, and those games always fill up fast. I can tell you we had over 300 hours of Shadowdark at Page, and it was the highest percentage of filled seats for any system.
Yeah.
And we had a ton of D&D 5th edition as well, and a boatload of D&D 1st edition. But Shadowdark games, they fill up, and we actually we're very happy with the way that is going for us, and I think Page is really seen as a very strong convention when it comes to Shadowdark events. So
yeah, definitely. Yeah, I had no problem filling up our games. I think we had one night where I had to recruit one person, but otherwise it was always full. So it was great. And and everybody seems to really love it when they play it. And we have had people who had never played Shadowdark before, and they always walk away going, that was amazing. It's super intuitive, like 5e, and it's a blast.
Maybe you're just cool.
Yeah.
They just
that's true. And I mean, people loved it when they died too. We had a whole wall.
Die.
Yeah, it's fun to die in Shadowdark. Right?
It is fun to die.
That picture of Kelsey.
Yeah.
In front of the
wall. Yeah.
The down the dark stairway crypt.
Yeah, the wall of the fallen.
The sheer joy in her face. Looking back at those 50 plus character sheets on that wall, was tremendous. It really was.
Yeah,
it was
awesome,
great watching that wall grow through the weekends too.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but it was just full. It was a huge corkboard.
Right. Yeah. So it started you get one or two, and then sometimes you get a whole bunch at once. You're like, oh, I guess that went poorly for somebody.
And there was a guy, one player had a stamp that was a skull and crossbones, a big red stamp. And people,
he was in our game too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah. And he was and people thought it was the official down the dark stairway, death stamp. Like people were coming up to me like on Saturday, and they're like, "Okay, I didn't get my official stamp that I'm dead." I'm like, "No, that's somebody else."
Well, now you know you need to do that in the
Oh,
future.
he's coming back. He's
I
coming
love
back.
the nickname that just
You need
came
to
up
make
with
it
that.
Yes, I do. I need my official like stamp for us. Yeah,
Someone
That's
in
what
chat
it's
just
awesome.
suggested that you call the bulletin board Walhalla.
Walhalla, dude, that's
Yeah.
great.
Good
I
idea.
love it.
That's
Walhalla.
great.
That's a good one.
Thanks,
I like
chat.
The Egg Thief, Wes Allen says, Kelsey's glee at destruction has such a wonderful
dissonance.
dissonance from her gentle and kind effect.
Yes, I think the affect is all. It's all for show. It's also she can spread the word of Shadowdark, but really deep down she has a bloodthirsty nature where she just wants to kill every character. That's the real Kelsey.
We have to address something here on this call, though. Why we have Bunny on the call and why we have Anthony here. We need to address the complaint the convention received about Bunny and her little scooter rolling up to another GM's table and totally disrupting some ex-military guy's game. And he didn't know what to do. And he was just like,
you were a menace, Bunny. Come on that scooter of yours. You're a menace.
Wait,
hot rodding around. I don't know. Ron knows the details on that. I don't know.
There was a formal complaint about the girl on the scooter disrupted my game.
Oh my god!
Wow.
I rarely talk to people. I think I only interrupt Dark Space to say hi.
And the other thing to note, of course, is that was for a broken foot, a scooter she was riding around on because she broke her foot, right? So it's not like she brought in a Razor scooter and was just scooting around the place.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
It was 100% you, and I'm like, I was like, man, you should just be happy somebody like that went anywhere near you. That was my response.
It's a medically approved and necessary device. Come on, Ron. Jeez, it's not like she had like racing stripes on the side or like.
I'm sorry, but I had a nice fracture in my foot that I don't even think is healed, so I'm still might have to wear a boot for Gary Con.
Really? Oh my god!
Complain about me being on my scooter at Gary Con because I can't walk.
Listen, definitely bring the scooter to Gary Con.
Yeah.
Make that Luke's problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, make it Luke's problem. I like Luke though; he's so nice.
Yeah, I'm going right to Luke. As soon as I see you in the foyer, I'm going to be like, "It's her, Luke. She hit me.
No.
She undercut my legs. She pushed me down the stairs."
Listen, you can use that to garner sympathy.
She stole my scooter. That's not her scooter. Give me that scooter.
You can use it to garner sympathy and get access to like games where like Tom Morello's playing and Vince Vaughn, to get into their game that they have like back in the way. Like you can sneak in like
advice.
or like Joe Manganiello, please let me into your game. Look, I'm just a poor girl who can't walk. But
I'm just a poor girl with a broken foot. Help me.
That's right. Let me in, Joe.
Soon it won't be tough to get into a Joe Manganiello game because he's living in Pittsburgh now. So
he is. We're looking at moving there. I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah.
There you go. Get him on the page. Get him the page.
Let me tell you something about Pittsburgh and gaming. That is an excellent gaming area.
Oh, thank you for that knowledge.
It's got well-developed game stores, like long-time game stores.
Okay.
And they've done a great job developing their communities, and every store's community, and there's crossover, of course, but they have their own personality. But between was it Game Masters, right? Is it Game Masters?
Yeah,
with Phil.
The one in it's Game Master. Was it one in Ghost in the Attic? Is that the other one?
A Phantom of the Attic.
Phantom of the Attic.
and Games Unlimited. I mean, those 3 stores, and there's another Phantom of the Attic that is there's no shared ownership. Those 4 stores, I should say, are all excellent, and they all have a great vibe when you go in.
Okay, cool.
They're active. They've got people in them.
All right.
You know, we actually pull a lot of people for Page from Pittsburgh.
That's cool.
Only because I'm in Pittsburgh all the time for work. So
Yeah.
like I'm trolling through those game stores with posters and everything else. But it's really great. And fun fact, and this may be on the test later for people wondering about the on a later episode for people looking to win a Troll Lord Games gift certificate.
Ooh.
Nobody won last time, so we got to get.
Pittsburgh was actually my first choice for Page.
Oh,
Change it. Go to Pittsburgh. I love
Boo.
Pittsburgh. Why boo?
it can still be called Page.
Yeah.
Well, the reason it's looking at Pittsburgh is because it was such a well-developed area. There's a convention center there. It's centrally located to a bunch of places.
Agree. That's why we're gonna move there, maybe.
Right. But ultimately, I made the decision on Philadelphia.
Why?
Because, I'd just be some mercenary going to Pittsburgh to run a convention. Go run a convention in territory where.
But I love Pittsburgh.
Where I don't live, even though I'm friendly with a lot of gamers there. I don't live there, and I hearken back to a movie line from one of my favorite movies where Danny Glover looks at Robert Duvall and he says, "What are we doing all the way up here in Montana, Mr. Gus? We shouldn't be so far out of our country." And I said, you know what? It'd be better to stay closer to Philadelphia. I work in Philadelphia and everything else. See, the problem with being in Philadelphia, and the only problem with being in Philadelphia, is you go 50 miles east and there's no gamers. There's only fish and crabs. So, it's not as centrally located for that reason.
Yeah.
There's
Everybody's got to
also no
come from the
parking.
northeast, right?
What's that?
There's also no parking.
No. That's a PAX problem. That's not a Page problem.
It's not.
There's
Yes, no, I'm talking about Philadelphia proper.
Right.
Well,
We're solving the Jersey drought of like role playing, but with concoction, man. Come on, stick to the plan. Come on, concoctions.
There you go.
Yeah. No, listen. Concoction is where we're going to experiment with ideas for Page. We're going to have self-serve badge printing at Concoction.
That's cool.
You know what? It's weird.
Odd.
Yeah, New Jersey. I don't know what it is with like players in New Jersey. Like they're all still feel like it's 1980s and the Satanic Panic's like in full swing. Like they're all like hiding, but they're here. I swear to God, there's like players all over the place. They're just like, I'm just going to do my thing in my basement and never come out. And I'm like, we got to get them out.
As someone who lived in New Jersey until the pandemic, it's just because we're not used to like having stuff that we can go to. It's always like you have to go into the city. So the fact that they were doing something in Vineland is awesome. I think it's going to be a lot of fun to be back up there.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. I went over to that convention center, and it's not. They're calling it a new convention center.
Mm-hmm.
The convention center is new in the building it's in, but the building is
Sleeping on
75 years old, right? And I walked in and I went to a comic book convention, and I'm not really a comic book guy, but I knew some of our vendors were going to be there, and I just wanted to see maybe there's some old gaming stuff, and there was, and I was able to do some things there. But the young lady that runs the convention center for the city of Vineland, because it's a municipal convention center, knew me, and she came over to me and she's like, "I've been meaning to call you. We want the Philadelphia Area Gaming Expo here."
Oh wow!
And I looked around and I go, "You can't have the Philadelphia because it's a smaller convention center with low ceilings." So
yeah, like the ceilings are like what, so 7 feet tall, like.
they're like 9 feet tall. So, we're gonna see how it goes. There might be some noise. We'll get over it.
Okay.
But we're purposely keeping it small. We're not using the same marketing techniques we use for Page, where we go national. I'm not dragging in friends and guests and industry people I know from all over the country to it. We're our special guests are local people. James Intricasso's a New Jersey guy.
Yep.
Professor Dungeon Master's a New Jersey guy. The Nerdarchy guys are New Jersey guys. Even though Rachel abandoned us, she's a New Jersey girl.
It's true.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're kind of sticking with that. Huh?
I said
In Jersey?
my dad's in Jersey.
Hey,
there you go.
That's
all
funny.
right.
So Michael
what
in
part of-
chat. Michael in chat has told us he wants to give us a tour when we
Pittsburgh?
visit. Right. And so Michael in chat, you need to reach out to us in some other form. There's plenty of ways to do so on our Facebook or on our Discord server or anything. So yeah, we'd love to take you up on that.
Where's your dad at in Jersey?
I have no idea. I don't know. I haven't seen him there yet. He just built
Somewhere
a
in the
house out
pines.
there.
He just bought a house out there?
He built a house, yeah. Well,
Oh,
he
he
didn't
built
build
it.
it, but he had it built.
Right.
So
Somewhere in the
Nobody
Pine
does.
Barrens.
He made it out
Nobody
of
does.
clay and wood.
yeah, Claywood.
So
And
Brian
pine trees.
Keena says Ron is the reason those stores in Pittsburgh have no out of print items.
Absolutely.
That's true.
Ron buys everything in a 200-mile radius from his house. Like, well, I'm sorry, 500 miles. Sorry,
Yep.
at least.
Is he sleeping? Holy shit.
Almost.
Who?
Yeah, I hear him
Cat.
purring.
I was gonna say, like, was
Yeah.
that like I heard slapping noises? That was you slapping your cat,
I
right?
spanked him. He likes
Whoa,
he
whoa,
likes
whoa,
spanking.
whoa, whoa.
Slapping the cat.
PG-13
Thank
program
you.
won't get us defunded.
All
It's
cats
a-
love this.
So who is this
There's an
fine
actual
bunny boy
cat
you
there,
have
Ron.
with you? I'm assuming.
It's a family show.
What's the kitty's name?
Yeah.
This is
Pickles.
Piccolo. It's
Piccolo.
Piccolo?
Piccolo.
Piccolo.
He's still kind of a kitten. I think he's only 10 months old. We call him
can't-
Pickle. He's a piccolo because in Italian, piccolo means tiny, and it's also an instrument, and it's also Dragon Ball Z, and then we just get to call him. The biggest excuse for him being called Piccolo is I can call him Pickle.
Nice.
Yep.
He's called
That's
Pickle.
a cute name.
We could get pickle and pickles. Pickles and pickle at the con at page
man.
4.
Oh,
Yeah.
Pickle.
Pickle and
Pickle and piccolo.
Oh, Pickles,
Pickles and pickles.
yeah. I remember Pickle. I saw Pickles around too.
Yeah, she was
It's
there.
like that dog is not in
right.
jail. Why is
Yes.
that dog free?
It was all big publicity stunt. Ron's a big softie. He was never going to ban poor pickles. We all knew it. He
Yeah.
loves animals.
Well, I don't know about that, but
it
you
just
go.
keeps jumping back to him.
You got a dog and 2 cats in your house.
I have cat hair in my nose.
all right. So, any other questions for our guests before we let them
Fly away.
give us their final thoughts and go off into the evening?
Go off into the wild.
I have a question. I know I asked you, Zane, but I never got to ask Bunny. What is your favorite house rule?
House rule for Shadowdark or like gaming in general?
In general, anything.
I don't like rules. I think it is. Do you know what my favorite house rule is?
You probably, yes, I think I do. It's probably the luck token one.
Oh, so Zane has this thing, and this is mostly just Zane, but I think he's got other DMs to do it too. If you use a voice, like if you put on an accent or something, he'll give you a luck token, and it just helps you kind of like be a character and helps you step into a role and literally role play, because a lot of people don't do any form of different voice, and it's kind of like sad because they're not, I mean, they're just basically being themselves in some manner. But I really love you don't get a luck token unless you're doing a voice. So it really encourages people to do a voice, and he won't give anybody luck. He won't give the person luck token unless they do a voice. So we've played with a few people for a couple of years now. And finally, after his last character died, he made was he a fairy? He made a fairy. Oh, not, is he a fairy?
Clockwork Elf, I think.
He's a Clockwork Elf. My bad. I think he was a fairy until you made the Clockwork Elves. And now he does a very high-pitched voice. So now he gets a luck token every time we play.
And it's hilarious. Like it's hilarious. He refused to do a voice.
He did. He refused to do a voice.
Finally, he's like, gosh, I hate not getting a luck token, so I'm going to do it.
And it's amazing.
It's amazing. Like it's transformed the whole game.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, right. I think
that
huge.
is a good house rule.
And the brain, when you're doing a voice, the brain changes because you're trying to say things differently, and so you end up thinking differently, and you end up saying things that you would never normally say because you're using the voice for it.
True.
So it does really create a new character. I think it's a key element that if more people did it, that he'd have even been more fun playing.
I think it also helps people separate themselves from their characters so they can actually step away from like life. And like, because that's a great thing. I love D&D and role playing in general because you get to step into another world. And if you don't have a great life outside of when you're role playing, I mean, it really helps. It's very therapeutic, in my opinion.
And I think it would help separate you from your character too, because sometimes if it's too much like you get the character bleed.
And sometimes you get offended if someone does something to your character, because you think it's you, because some people really are very much their characters. You're just like the most extreme,
it's true,
probably best version that they can make.
It's kind of like what we were talking about earlier. They're a different character. And so everything you can do to help yourself feel that way and act that way, you should do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, for example, if you're going to be Fat Gary Appleby, halfling sheriff,
I like that name.
You got to get into the voice of, would you like one of these sausages? They're so succulent.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. I want a sausage.
Here, have some of these mushrooms. So Nocturne has channeled his Conan the Barbarian, and he's asked if he can show you over here because where the others can't see because he is shy.
What are we talking about?
Where is he showing us?
It was lost. It was lost on the non-Conan the Barbarian movie fans.
Oh.
Can I show you over here where the others can't see?
I've seen that movie many a time, but I've watched it as a child.
I am shy.
Right. I am shy.
Is this your robe? Okay. Any other questions for our guests before we let them give us their closing monologues?
Yes, evil monologues. Let's go.
Oh man, it's an evil closing monologue.
Yeah. Only if you wash your. You wring your hand to the thing.
Stroke the beard.
And you're wearing a Sickest Witch shirt, which is awesome. We love
I love that guy.
Yeah, we met him at Page, and he's a launch partner with us for Druskara.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
I've got all your shirts beat though.
Yeah.
What is it? Okay. That's not fair.
Oh my God, Wawa, yes.
Do you know what Wawa means?
Are you seriously asking?
It's a true question. It is a Native American.
It's a true question.
Yeah, it's a Native American word. Do you know what it means?
It's like where the
You know what I mean?
like
I
where
do.
the where
I'm
the
against
geese land or something like that,
It means big goose.
or big goose. Yeah.
And so to me, I wonder which wa means big and which wa means goose.
The word wawa, the words wawa mean big goose.
Right.
There's probably a different word for goose and a different word for
Or
big.
wa means goose and you just say it twice and it's big. If it was wah wah wah, then it's a huge goose.
Shut up.
Yeah, right.
If it was wah wah wah, it would be Chachi checking out Joe.
Yeah, right. Wah wah wah. Yeah, we're showing our age, Ron. I don't know how many people get that reference.
Yeah.
They don't get it. Yeah.
Happy day.
Did you?
Wah
Did you
wah
use that
wah.
show? But I don't remember wah wah wah.
Oh, no.
I wanna-
Yeah, he would say that, man. Wah
He
wah
would say it
wah.
all. He would say it every episode. Wah wah wah, and everybody goes.
Yeah.
I don't remember that at all.
Well, let me ask you guys.
Here-
Now, the rest of you
here it
don't say
comes.
anything.
Here it comes.
You know, Rachel,
Oh,
Bunny,
God.
Zane.
Okay.
Did you hear Henry Winkler got arrested last week?
Oh my god.
There's no way. Impossible.
He was
Why?
arrested. Some sort of financial scandal.
Of course.
Right. It's a joke. I'm waiting for the punchline.
Yeah.
Apparently, he headed up a Fonzie scheme.
What?
A Fonzie scheme.
Oh,
Hey.
uh,
What?
That was
Listen,
amazing.
I-
Thank goodness for you.
Listen, I'm 56 years old. That's where my joke range is. It's dad joke range.
dude,
We've
you don't
only
even have
heard,
kids. You're telling
like,
all these dad
5
jokes.
times so far.
I'm
Wow.
not young whipper. I'm
You're
not
lucky
young
you've
whipper-
only heard it 5 times.
I'm not young whippersnappers like the rest of you guys.
I am not
Oh my
young.
God.
You guys have to
Neither
listen to
am
him
I.
say that joke like every episode.
Yes,
I'm
I
sorry.
slip it in every episode.
Is that like
Yeah,
in the
I'm sorry.
contract for you guys? I'm sorry.
Yes.
Every
I'm
role
saying.
playing session. Yeah.
Right.
Hey,
Every role playing session.
Bill Dufton in chat, third grade humor, Ron. Bill Dufton thinks it's third grade
Ooh.
humor.
Yeah.
Third grade.
It is.
Third grade.
No, but it's like dad joke. I guess dad jokes are third grade.
Third
Yeah.
grade in 1980.
Mm.
Third grade.
Third grade in
That-
1980.
Yeah, that's what Bill
Yeah,
said.
that's why did the monkey fall out of the tree?
Oh my god.
Does anybody know?
Because he was dead.
Because he was
Put it-
dead.
He's gonna put it
That's
on the
third
screen.
grade humor. Rachel found it funny.
I accept
see?
this. Yeah. Look, it's 10:45
I might
at
be too
night
young to
here
understand.
on a Friday night. I accept this. This is where we landed.
Mm.
So, Rachel, I wanted to ask you, as a professional GM, does it ever feel like there's just more pressure to perform as
Yes.
opposed to a regular game?
So yeah, definitely. I feel like, I feel like I owe my players a higher level of performance than I would normally feel if I were just hanging out with friends. And what that means is that like I'm not gonna sit there and be like, oh, I need like 5-10 minutes to like look through this encounter, go get pizza, come back. Like that can't happen. But it's also I tend to lean a lot more into making sure that I get the subtle plot points out carefully in ways that are not obvious, that are actually subtle, things like that. And I do voices, and so yeah, it definitely runs differently than a casual game with friends would.
Yep. And do you have a favorite house rule?
So one of the ones that I really liked is something I picked up way long time ago when I was first starting to GM from somebody else, and that is that if you crit fail, congratulations, you hit something. It's just not what you wanted to hit. A crit fail will hit an ally. Your spell might go off in your hand. You might hit that building over there that you're trying to protect and like destroy part of the building. I will roll randomly for my players, and
Oh gosh, yes.
the
That's what you
missed
do.
attack will land somewhere.
I love that.
Yeah.
And it makes for a lot of
I like that, yeah.
inner party fun conflict of like, come on, man, just like get your arrows pointed at least in the right direction.
Right.
So yeah, it's a lot of fun for people.
I even feel the pressure to perform as a DM when I'm at a con, right? Like I want to make sure that these people who don't know me at all and are dedicating 4 hours of their precious time at this event to be entertained, to fall in love with the game, their characters, the whole thing like that. I am at the highest energy when I'm doing a one shot than I am any other time. So I kind of relate a little bit.
I feel like there's more pressure to perform well as a GM at a con than, you know, in my normal home games.
Yeah.
Just because, like, not only are my players there, but all of the rest of the industry people are walking around. And you know, if people start walking around and, oh man, that game I played with Rachel, it was really boring. Like, people are gonna hear that. It's gonna travel.
Interesting. I hadn't even thought of that as a possibility. I just
yeah,
wanted to
you're welcome for that extra anxiety now. You know.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure that the 5 or 6 people that are sitting around the table walk away going, "Yeah, that was great."
Exactly.
That's what I care about.
You succeed every time.
Yeah, thanks.
I'm not like
the breaking news sounder just went off.
What?
Oh no.
I got no smear lipstick. We can test it out later. Wah, wah, wah. Cheerleaders. Wah, 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 wah. Me and Blue Eyes. Wah, wah, wah.
Wah, wah, wah.
Okay.
Right. It was always in connection with something involving women, right? For Chachi.
Women, yes.
Always for Chachi. It was always women.
I don't think that carried over to Charles in Charge when Scott Baio went over there. But anyway, but Bunny's like, what the hell are they talking about?
Right.
You needed.
Oh, I muted myself. My bad. I don't know.
You're welcome. Go back and watch some Happy Days. You'll love it.
I love that show.
Yeah, those were the Happy Days.
All right, so we have a few other people that have dropped in with well wishes. Heather Ashraff's dropped in to say hello, lovely humans. I'm sorry I was on another program at the same time as Friday Night Live, competing against Friday Night Live, taking away viewership. But I just wanted to drop in for a moment and say how awesome you all are. I can't wait to see everybody at GaryCon. Hugs.
Is everybody in this group going to GaryCon?
No.
Nope.
Oh.
Unfortunately, no.
I'll be there.
Oh, Phil.
I'll be there.
All right.
No.
I guess it's only 3 of us.
So I guess it's just us she was talking about.
Hey, yeah, we're the cool people.
Yeah.
Obviously.
I love Heather. Also, hi, Heather. Chachi.
Yeah.
Joni loves Chachi.
Heather's like, I was not, dude.
She sounds guilty.
I think you were. Pretty sure you were. I forget what program it was, but let's see.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. All right. Oh, it was yesterday. It was pre-recorded.
Yesterday.
All right.
Netflixing. It's time for karaoke.
All right. Anybody else have questions for our guests before we let them close out their appearance, and we'll get down to some other page business.
I was about to ask something, and your mouth opened, and so I stopped. I was just wondering what you charge for your.
She already said she's not going to tell us.
Oh, okay.
I did say that.
It's okay. We did the
for
same
two
thing.
reasons. The first is that anything I say on the internet will live forever, and my rates will not stay the same forever.
Makes sense.
The second is that the rates depend very much on what I'm running and what the group is.
That's cool.
So,
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Feel you.
So I have a solution. I want to throw out there to both Zane and Bonnie and Rachel.
Okay.
I think you should both. We're going to count to 5, down from 5 to 1, and then we're both going to reveal prices for the backer kit and for the DMing. Are we ready?
That should be fine.
Yeah.
Can't
Look
do
at
it,
Zane.
Ron.
Zane-
Can't
Zane's-
do it.
This guy's not funny. Oh, look, I'm going to go on mute. Yeah, there you go. All right.
I thought you were going to make a depends joke, like depends, like some kind of dad joke about depends. Sorry.
All right. So
Seriously.
Bunny and Zane, you want to take us out?
Sure.
With what?
All right. Well, we've got some cool stuff going on. Dresscara on Tuesday, as we mentioned,
brains, right?
and we're doing a marathon, an all-day podcast marathon for our launch party.
Nice.
So you can, if you go to our backer kit page at noon on Tuesday, after, of course, having pledged for the highest tier, as you should,
Yeah, you
and
must.
as you want to, then we will be hopping around from podcast to podcast with special guests, people who, the Titanbound creator, some of our amazing artists, and other friends that will be, having fun with us throughout the day. So join us for an afternoon of jocularity and enthusiasm as we make this more of an event than just another launch. So that's what I would encourage you to do. And you can do it, of course, Dresscara.com.
We should also encourage people to go to Dresscara.com so they can sign up for the $1 luck token. I wish I could make it.
Yeah, so that is
It doesn't work.
Yeah, that is a special deal that you can get only for $1 if you sign up early. So if you go to Dresscara right now and do that, then you'll get that $1 luck token when you get, your full pledge. And, that's it's drawn by you. It is a antique gold coin, heavy.
Mm-hmm.
It's heavy, it's metal. It's pretty great. So, luck tokens are there you go. Luck tokens are such a big deal in Shadowdark. You're putting it on my face while I'm talking.
But it worked.
Right. Yeah.
If she had 2 of them, she was going to put them on your eyes.
Yeah.
He's not going to Hades.
Right.
So you're not allowed to have that luck token unless you're speaking in another voice.
Yes.
You can't tell
Okay. Yes. I love this luck token. This is my favorite luck token. It has
This
a dragon.
is a luck token.
It has a dragon on it, and when I see dragons, I kind of poop. I poop myself.
Okay, goodbye.
All right. So the website for the backer kit launch at 7 a.m. Tuesday,
March 10th.
Central Time.
Right.
Is Dresscara.com, and look, they're holding up the books. So nice. The gold. Yeah, the gold. There you go.
Yep.
And all right. And Heather says she's already in as a VIP.
Yay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're going to enjoy it. You're going to love it. We have about 5,000
Thank you.
people signed up for it so far, so we're very excited about
We have it
the potential.
separated between 2 different sign-up areas, which is kind of annoying, but
Yeah,
whatever.
in total around 5,000. So very excited.
So okay, very good. So good luck with it, and we'll be watching, and we'll make sure we remind people on our Facebook page about it on Tuesday.
Thank you. We appreciate that. Yep.
Thank you.
Wes Allen's very excited about it being gold leaf. Now,
Mhm.
if you don't know, Wes has been accused of theft in the past.
Yes.
Like the golden
with the metal,
The golden goose.
corners.
like the golden parts of an egg.
Golden egg.
Yeah.
Golden egg.
Oh, he stole the goose?
Right.
He stole
Got it.
eggs. He
Yeah.
stole eggs.
He stole eggs from the goose. Got it.
But thanks for
Golden goose, that's right.
thanks for joining us tonight. We appreciate it, and we're gonna jump over to Rachel.
All right. Well, I was told this was supposed to be my evil wrap up, so
That's right.
If you happen to be an individual who likes games, you should go on Facebook and find my writers page under Rachel Writes Things. And I'm going to have a bunch of fun GM quips, as well as various other odds and ends that should be enjoyable to everybody, hopefully. And you will also find the link there if you are interested in playing games with me online during the year. There's a Google form. You can fill that out and tell me what you want to play, and I will try and find a group and time that works, and I will be in touch when something lines up. And also, if you want to hear more, see more about the things that I have worked on in the past, my website is www.rachelwritesthings.com. So that has a full list of various odds and ends. And as this is my freelance year, I am open to talking about writing, editing, project management, and whatever other shenanigans you might need help with that I might be able to jump on board with. So don't be a stranger, be in touch. You can reach out through my Facebook page. Again, it's Rachel Writes Things. And like I said, should be fun for pretty much everyone. So thank you, guys.
Awesome. Thanks for joining us tonight. And like I said, I'm going to be reaching out to you through Orange Cat Games to discuss some writing.
Awesome.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Very good. We're going to let you go. So good night to you, wherever you are. I don't know where we went here.
It's been great.
Oh, there you are. I see. All righty. And oh, she's still there.
I'm still here.
On. Yeah, now she's gone. All right. Let's talk a little bit more about Down the Dark Stairway before we let Phil take us out here. And Anthony?
Yeah. Hey, man. It's back, and we're going to kill as many player characters as we possibly can. So come on out to Concoction if you want to brave the wilds of southern New Jersey. And listen, I have, as I was telling people online the other day, I have my cosmic accordion folder of souls that these contain all the characters that survived from page 3. So I got that right there. So, hey, if you were at page 3, come on out. You can make it to Concoction, and we'll dip into the folder of souls here, the accordion folder of souls, and see if your character materializes from this other plane of existence, and we'll try to kill them as much as we can. So we're going to have a bunch of great GMs there. I think we're only having, 3 tables of terrain, I think, this time, Ron? I mean, I think that's what you allotted for this.
Yeah,
so
it's going to be 3 4x8 tables. So, I mean, it's going to be sizable.
Okay. All right. So, maybe come on out and we'll see you there. And I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to be another step in the right direction, and hopefully we'll learn even more about what players want and what we can do with this event and make it even more awesome at page 4 and beyond. So, but yeah, it's, we're ready to have you, and it'll be sort of pretty much the same as we did. We're going to keep that drop in, drop out kind of model that everyone loves so much, and maybe I'll get my official stamp for the dead when you die, and so obviously we'll have I don't know, we might have to go with Walhalla. I like my Wall of the Fallen idea, but I don't know. What do you think? I don't know. We'll see. Maybe at Concoction we call it Walhalla.
Let's why don't we make it interactive and put it up for a vote on the page
Okay. We'll have to listen. We'll have to come up with a few different names then and give it a vote, right? Just like the name of the beholder, right? Yeah, we'll come up with some names and maybe we'll put up for a vote. Walhalla's in the running.
All right. All right. Phil, before we get into anything else, I want to show off a few things here. One, sure. I know we announced that Wardens of the Eastern Marches will be back at Page. In fact, this pop-up banner has already arrived and is sitting in the Page warehouse. So, it'll be a well-branded area this year. So that's organized play. For folks who don't get to play with a home group much, organized play is a good way to be in a campaign. And you'll have 3 different conventions where you can play Wardens of the Eastern Marches. You've got Gamehole Con, you have Page, and you have Gen Con. So that's pretty good. I don't know what happened to Anthony. There he is. So
I'm back.
He's back. All right. We made a quick announcement about some of the publishers we have. This is some, not all, but you see some big names there that are going to be with us this year. Arcane Library's back. Their booth is twice the size that it was last year. Troll Lord Games, Monty Cook, 9th Level Games. Palladium will be back, so we're going to have
Kevin
CMB8 is going to be there. And then new this year, Phil, I'll let you take these 2.
I don't think you mentioned Limithron, which is
new this year.
This year, yeah. And they are bringing the pirate ship. And when I say bringing the pirate ship, like literally like a pirate ship. They have, I think it's, other than most likely Gen Con, it'll probably only be the 3rd or 4th time that it only debuted at PAX Unplugged back in November of last year, but it is a brand new, I mean, it is very, very impressive booth, like crazy booth. So they're bringing it along, and it's an amazing set piece to see, on top of being able to grab some great products there for Pirate Board, which of course is the game that they produce. Luke Stratton and his brother Tyler and others, and Zach Goins. Wes, the ship is definitely going to be there. That's been confirmed with Luke, so yeah, we're super excited about that. And I don't know if you mentioned, Ron, I was listening. Did you mention Roll for Combat? Is that yeah?
No.
So
new this year.
Yeah, Roll for Combat will be there. That's Stephen Glicker's company. He's the publisher. Mark Seifter is the head games designer for Roll for Combat, and they produce a lot of material for 5e and Pathfinder, and they are now dabbling their toes into Shadowdark content as well. And they will be publishing Deathbringer, which is Professor DM's new game, and I believe that crowdfunding project is launching in May of 2026. So Stephen will be there with the booth, and these are really good additions.
It's very, very rare to see a Roll for Combat booth anywhere.
They've been slowly going to more conventions, but they haven't been going to every one. I'm going to run into Stephen at GaryCon, and I'm sure we'll talk a little bit more about it. Yeah, we're excited to have both Limithron and Roll for Combat coming to Page 4. That's really exciting stuff.
And 9th Level Games will be back this year. They're Philadelphia based, and really excited to have them there. They're going to be setting up they're going to be one of the featured vendors in the game hall, along with Troll Lord Games and Monty Cook Games and Cannonball Publishing, where they're going to have not only their booths, but they're going to have game tables specific to their products, running their games. And then we've got Christopher Clark, one of the legends of the industry, coming back with Inner City Game Designs. And of course, no Page would be complete without Pacesetter Games, and they're a real cornerstone for the event. So very happy to have them back. And I want to share this. We're having an auction at Concoction. It will, again, always benefits the Gamer Assistance Program. This miniature here was painted by miniature painter Stephen Reeder. It's Anubis, and this is his donation for that auction. And his donations always go for quite a bit of money. And for those of you who don't know Stephen Reeder, he does catalog painting for several miniatures companies. Most notably right now, he does most of Ralpartha Legacy's painting. All right. Phil, what else you got?
Let's see here. A couple things I did want to mention, folks, especially regarding, concoctions starting off. We did announce event selection dates by badge type recently. So if you are a concoction badge holder, if you're a top supporter, you can start choosing events March 13th at 1 p.m. VIG badges will be March 20th at 1 p.m. And weekend badge holders, GM staff, special guests will be the 27th at 1, and all other badge types will be April 3rd at 1. If you are a Warhammer 40K badge holder, you are automatically granted entry into the tournament. You don't need to buy a ticket. So again, keep those dates in mind based on your badge type for concoction if you're joining us, because that will give you the best opportunity to grab the games that you want to get into. Additionally, we have been garnering people's opinions about naming the concoction beholder. There was an online poll put up on Facebook, and I just checked the results before we hopped on here. It looks like we have a leading candidate for a name. I don't know if we've closed that poll yet, but if you want to vote on that, maybe you can still do that. But right now, with 26%, is Connie leading the pack of the name for the beholder, the concoction beholder.
Let me get my veto stamp out, but go ahead.
And folks, if you wanna stay on top of all concoction news, you do want to make sure that you're joining the concoction Facebook group, because that's where we're posting a lot of this stuff. So like for instance, announcing Chet Minton as a special guest for concoction, which is what we did this past week. And probably no surprise to most of you if you've stuck around long enough. Chet's one of our most dedicated page guests, and he helps us out here on the live stream, and he does a lot of art for us. So, but he's going to be a special guest as well. Let's see, moving on to talking about Page for a little bit here. Let's see, this past week we made 2 special guest announcements. Peter Bryant from Solarian Games, who was with us prior and will be coming back, joining us again for Page 4, which is really, really good. And a first-time Page attendee, Trevor Duvall from Me, Myself, and Die, and the author of the Broken Empires RPG. He will be joining us as well as a special guest and as a vendor. So you'll be able to hopefully play some games with Trevor, but also pick up your own copy of Broken Empires, which was kickstarted last year. I kickstarted it, and the game looks absolutely amazing. If you're unfamiliar with Broken Empires, you need to check it out. It is a little on the crunchier side, but some of the mechanics are truly unique, and I highly recommend checking that out. And we're happy that Trevor's going to be joining us. If you want to go back and relive a little bit of Page 3, one of our special guests on Page 3, Andreas Lundstrom, he has dropped some interviews that he conducted during Page 3. And if you want to go to his website at swedenrolls.simplecast.com and hear those interviews from Page 3, I would encourage you to do so. Do you like merch, folks? We like merch, right? Well, how about embroidered patches? If you like patches, if you like to put patches on things at Page 4, you will have the opportunity to get an embroidered patch of Page 4. It will be the white Page logo will be the patch. And so if that sounds good to you, look for that as we near the convention, because that'll be a merch item available to you this year. And if you've missed it, if you are a supporting patron, a gold badge holder, or a vendor, you should have got an email regarding the housing portal. which is now open for those badge type holders in order to hop in and get a room in the housing block. And so I think I hit everything from last week. If you missed the news, there it was.
Very good. Couple of quick concoction announcements. I can confirm that the droids and the Mandalorians will be at concoction. They'll be working their way around the room. We also have a game group from Southern New Jersey, Max Energy Games. They're running basically 5 sets of 4 tables apiece throughout the weekend. Miniatures events are starting to populate now. There's a big Warhammer 40K tournament that's running at Concoction as well. We are working towards a few other surprises for Concoction as far as guests. But let's talk about Friday Night Live for the next couple of weeks before we let Jen take us out. Next week, we're going to have Chris Clark from Inner City Game Designs.
I think Chris is in chat right now.
The legendary Chris Clark, the original rated R superstar, Chris Clark. And we're also going to have Lord Gasumba, Jay Scott, who's going to have a big hand in Concoction as well. It's a very local convention to him. And we're going to have Casey Christopherson from Parallel Dimension Games on talking about one of their Kickstarters. All right. That's coming up. Let's see. That's on the 13th. On the 20th, we've got Amanda Brasovsky, who's the dice queen, we'll call her. She's going to be coming on. She's going to be talking about dice and the page auction. We're also going to have somebody else on as well, to be determined. I think it is determined. I just don't have it in front of me. On the 27th, we're going to have Chuck Cumbo from Troll Lord Games on with us. Hey, how everybody? And Montel Thompson, who's going to be joining our interview booth team for Page. And he brings a lot of energy, and really excited to see him. On Friday, 4/3, we've got John Harford, and I believe there is another guest in there that is Daniel Lawrence, who will be on with us on the 3rd of April. So we're doing pretty well there.
Yep. All good folks, and all people that you wanna hear from. So if you're out in the crowd, you want to mark your calendars. Well, I mean, you should be marking your calendars anyway. Every Friday night at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, which will soon to be Eastern Daylight Time, comes Sunday morning 2 a.m. Right? So don't forget to turn those clocks, folks. Spring ahead. Yeah.
So I guess the question is, should I get a luck token since I did my Chuck Cumbo voice?
Maybe. Yeah.
Should I get a luck token for that?
Yeah. Well,
you sure
all right,
do.
we're going to ask a trivia question tonight for a $25 gift certificate to Troll Lord Games.
Ooh.
Which famous Lake Geneva area gamer did Chris Clark take to his junior prom?
How are we supposed to know that?
What?
Ron, I think they actually want you to give away some of these sometime.
I thought this was well done. Look at Chris. He's like, no. Whoa. No, we have to come up with a real question for him. Here it is. What?
Okay.
Where'd you go, Ron?
uh-oh.
Uh-oh. He got the curse.
Okay, here
Chuck
we
cursed
go.
him.
What was the exact number of slain characters in Down the Dark Stairway from Paige?
I don't think you want to give away these gift certificates, huh?
All these, man, you guys are really slandering Heidi Gygax in the chat right now.
I mean, I know I can't win, but I'm going to guess 54.
Close.
I think we
I
have
don't know,
a
it was
winner,
more
do
than-
we not? Is there a winner there? Did I see a winner?
Who's the winner?
Oh, are any of these numbers the winner?
I can't see the.
Oh, sorry.
Is Anthony still with us? Did he freeze up on us?
What happened to Ron?
I'm still here.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I think Anthony froze up.
Anthony froze up.
Uh-oh.
Anthony,
He's gonna know the number. I don't think the rest of us will know it. So, but
Heidi is far too young for me. Listen, I've seen pictures of Heidi when she was younger. She was far too good looking for you too, Chris. Dun-dun. Brian Keena says 151. No. Somebody just messaged me. No, Chris Clark did not take Bill Dufton to his junior prom. Oh, wait, there's Anthony. Anthony.
Yes, sorry about that.
Are,
No, I think
are any of these numbers correct?
Let me see here. Okay, keep seeing. Okay, sorry about that. The CIA shutting down my internet. Who put 54 in? Wait a minute. Wait, what else am I seeing here? I know Jen's part of the crew, so she can't win, right? She's not. She gets 54. We're gonna go with 54. That's an unofficial count. But whoever gets 54.
So I was actually
you were right, Jen.
Wow.
You were right.
All right.
We'll go with that. I know that there was more sheets that walked off with people, like dead bodies, but my official count was last count was 54. Yeah. So.
All right. Well, then nobody won the Troll Lord Games gift certificate. Mean and Chuck can go to the Sizzler.
Oh my
this
God!
week.
I thought I saw 54 pop up in the chat, but maybe I was wrong. Sorry. Oh well.
It didn't. So, Jen, you want to take us out and talk about how you got the answer right, but you're not eligible to win the gift certificate?
Sure.
Unless she is, unless you want to give it.
So, thank you all for tuning in tonight, and we look forward to seeing you next week, same time, same place. Have a great week.
And you can see Jen on the Blind Bard YouTube channel.
That's right.
That's right. Yep.
Shameless self-promotion. There we go.
All right. Good night, everybody. Thanks for
Good
joining
night.
us.
Good night.
Good night. See ya.